honestly, y'all, I just woke up, so I'm kind of like trying to, get into the groove. But like, I really felt called to do you guys' reading, so that's what we're gonna do. Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Love from a Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from a Leo. I was actually sleeping, and literally at 2:30 on the dot, Spirit woke me up. And when Spirit calls, I answer. Like, let me finish off my readings for this month. Let me go ahead and start with my Capricorns. So that's what we're gonna do. So if I seem a little mellow, it's just because it's like super late. One, I don't want to be too loud and wake up the baby, but also just my vibe is very calm right now, despite the lights behind me. I've already pulled majority of your cards for the spread. You guys know I usually go in and pull more cards throughout the reading. We're going to start with your focus for the month, what Spirit wants to tell you, and then we'll go ahead and start into the beginning, middle, and then end of your May. And whatever messages come up, it comes up. If you would like a personalized reading, you can email me or you can sign up for my Patreon. Your focus for this month, Capricorn, this is your card. So I'm going to set it here. Your focus is the Leo energy. Now, if you have a Leo who's very important to you in your life, this is probably pointing towards that person. But if you don't have a certain Leo, or if you don't have Leo placements in your chart that are heavy, I would say this has a lot more to do with your focus. Leo and Capricorn to me are very similar energies. It's just Capricorn is more of the behind the scenes star, and Leo is the star who is being presented to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So with this being said, I do feel like you already naturally possess a lot of the common traits of Leo as far as being focused, determined, seeing your vision through to the end. Capricorns, you're obviously a sign that is cardinal, so you do start and usually initiate some form of new something, you know what I mean, like ideas and processes and new ways of thinking and just different things like that. Also, what I feel like this is saying is you're now in a mode of control that I feel like is new for you, or something that you probably have to get used to being a part of. So maybe there's some type of shift where you are now the head of something, the face for something, just for a select few. That was what I was also getting. So let's go ahead and pull from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, one of my favorites, just to kind of see what does Spirit want you to know for this May. Intuition. It kind of slid out on its own, so I pulled it. Okay, so this is the Intuition card. Intuition is the language of the soul. When this card shows up in your reading, it's a clear message that it's time for you to use your intuition. Just give it a chance and you'll quickly notice how it might be trying to get your attention. With so much information in this world vying for your every thought, it's easy to ignore or fail to acknowledge your insights. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are powerful signs that intuition is knocking on your door. Do the same numbers keep showing up in your life? Has someone mentioned the name or a specific individual whom you were just thinking of? These are all signals for you to pause, be open, and pay attention. Seek the answers from within. You'll also begin to perceive people and situations with a deeper and more discerning eye. You'll see the real deal. So this is like High Priestess vibes. And so this is what I kind of was talking about when I said I feel like you're going to be like in a new position that's in the forefront. So you're going to have to be like in charge for a lot of you. A lot of you are going to be leading something for sure. There's like this feeling of leading, whether it's yourself, or your new path, the people around you. Okay, so we're going to start off with the beginning of your May, the Five of Swords. So there is a conversation that needs to be had about doing more. Someone wants to have a conversation about doing more. This could be a fire sign in your life, or this could be a Gemini. So it could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Gemini is coming up very strong. This definitely could just be how you are showing up. Like with this Queen of Wands energy, maybe you have a very a fiery type of nature to you. That's what I was saying. Capricorn has a very like fiery type of energy behind it as well, like when they're determined. So when you're determined, you may come off as a fire sign. Especially with the Queen of Wands, this is very Leo-like energy. So I am seeing action is what's being presented here. So it's like you want to have, you or whoever this person is wants to have a conversation on action moving forward, or you want to let go of a certain social connection, whether that's a friendship, relationship, a family tie. Some of you want to end that certain connection. Now, what you're feeling or what's guiding you with all of these actions that you'll start to see in the beginning of your May, what's happening behind the scenes for you, Capricorn, is the Hermit energy. So you are wisening up, you are learning throughout this process, and you're also, I also like to see this card as a movement, a slow walk towards your understanding, your overstanding of a certain endeavor, relationship, life lesson. It's a maturing. It's very maturing. What are we learning about? What is, oh, okay, we got 2 cards. You're learning how to walk towards stability. You're also learning how to walk alone to become yourself. So it's one or the other, or it could be both messages for you, but whichever one resonates. But you're definitely learning how to become more of yourself with the Queen of Pentacles, but also I think you're learning what you have to leave behind in order to have certain sense of stability and security within yourself, but also in a physical or material way as well. And so maybe you're having these discussions with others, or it could literally just be you having thoughts about what can I do to add more action so that I can see my vision be fulfilled. For a lot of you, I do feel like there is going to be some things or some people that have to be left behind or disregarded or, you know, backed away from, just for the sake of you finding your own direction. Equilibrium. So this is Libra energy. So you definitely are having this sense of balance, or at least trying to achieve balance. This hasn't always been something that's been easy for you to learn. You literally had to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. For a lot of you, you were one of those Capricorns who really had to go through the Saturn like lessons of life, which means you had to go through challenges to learn important lessons, but also you've been rewarded, or you will be rewarded as such. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of you actually learning how to have that balance. I feel like there's a sense of mastery that comes with this for you specifically, who's ever watching this video. Like you have this sense of really, really honing in to balancing, giving and taking, maybe negotiating, building. It's like a sense of you really have mastered, or you're on the path to mastering balance. Maybe the law of attraction for some of you, because it's a sense of stability that you're searching for that I do feel like you're going to get to. 11-11. So very, very good. Very, very good. Let's move into the middle of your May. So that's what I'm seeing in the beginning. You're preparing, you're having this discussion, whether it's with yourself, like a come to Jesus type of moment, where you have like that talk to yourself and kind of like wake yourself up, figure out your plan, whether it's a vision board or whatever. And then you're moving into the middle of your May, where I am seeing like a disengagement from certain relationships in your life. And I do want to stress it's not just about romance. I really do feel like there's this consistent energy in your May where it's like you're disengaging from just loved ones or friendships. Sorry, I was like running out of breath. But I just feel like it's because you feel so stifled by them. Or maybe you feel like they're always breathing down your neck. You can't catch a break. Or maybe you're always chasing after them, because I got the feeling of just being like really out of breath just now. So in what ways is the Lover card in reverse being shown for Capricorn? New journeys, new adventures. But the reason it's new is because the old is no longer. It's no longer a part of what you're doing. So there's a shift. There's literally new people that may come in, new opportunities, new love for sure, Ace of Cups, new people who bring different types of love to you that maybe you haven't encountered yet, new forms of showing love. And then for some of you, it's just the basic, romance and new love coming in. It's going to be very quick. You're not going to expect it. With the Moon card, I do think it's something that it's something you're going to be comfortable with. It's just going to come in a way that you didn't expect, or like come in a way that if someone were to tell you this is how you're going to meet your new best friend or your new lover or significant other, you'd be like, no way. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those situations where you can never plan it or guess it, but it is coming your way. This could be involving, here you are. This is all the earth energy. So I'm seeing Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So again, this could be about you finding this new way of merging yourself, becoming more stable within yourself, and learning to love yourself. But also, it could be another Capricorn, another Taurus, or a Virgo. Someone who's very stable, someone who's very rooted in their own desires for the future. So very ambitious is the feeling that I'm getting, but very calm, a sense of humbleness, a sense of still growing as well. And so I feel like this will be a great match for you. The internal feelings that you're having in the middle of your May is death. And this makes a lot of sense, in the beginning of in the middle of your May, I was saying that it looks like you're going to be leaving certain things behind. Some of you could definitely be in love, or some of you are just, having new encounters when it comes to love and when it comes to just everything that's happening around you as far as relationships in all forms. There's just a transformation happening. I'm seeing Aries energy. I'm seeing Scorpio. So Mars is definitely in the building, and with Mars, it's all about passion, drive, ambition. So these are all things that I feel like you're gonna naturally be feeling, which is what causes you to have these shifts in your relationships. And I do like to see this, but I do understand that for a lot of you, just for anyone, I think when you have like a disbandment from someone or when people leave, it can be kind of weird. But I always feel like as soon as people leave is when either new opportunities or a new person, has room to come in, to step in. So let's see why there's this feeling of death. And then we'll see like maybe more of who this person could be, if there is a person, so you can be more aware of what to look out for. Lovers. Yeah, so there was definitely a transformation in, I'm definitely starting to think just a regular relationship. But also for a lot of you, like I said, it's just a connection. There was a connection that was lost. And it can't really be restored. This definitely could have been with someone that is a nurturer. I feel like there's a sense of emotional fulfillment that was with this person at one point, but maybe it wasn't stable or practical. It was all emotion. And I think for you, you knew that it wasn't something that you could really, take serious. So for some of you, this definitely could have been with the Scorpio or, any of the water signs, but I don't really feel like it's about that. I think it's more so just about there once was a connection, now has been lost. And you may be this person on this throne, putting themselves first and really trying to grow and nurture something bigger than them, which could be literally a child, but just, your desires, your actual ambitions. And I feel like this is why all of this death is happening. Not literally, but just death as far as like ending relationships with people around you that you feel like don't suit you. Now, who could be these people that you're disengaging from in the middle of May? Yeah, I'm seeing a Virgo. Virgo has come up twice. But I do feel like there is possibility for new things to come in for sure with this earth energy here. Almost like the new seeds have been planted for new relationships. As soon as the other person walks away, there's also new seeds that are being planted for something better. So it's just a matter of time, for things to turn around, I would say. How are you showing up in the middle of May? What's your attitude like? What should it be like? Daughter of Earth. So you continue to be you continue to stay on your path. You use what you have to get what you want, Capricorn. This is something that I feel like if you don't know by now as a Capricorn, you definitely need to learn how to use this energy, because this is literally what Capricorn is about. And so you definitely just got to keep working with what you have, and literally meaning if you have people around you who have dipped out, who've done you dirty, whatever, they are no longer a part of your tool belt. So it doesn't matter. Keep using what you have, not literally using them, but I'm saying just be grateful for what is still there. And whoever is still there, know that they are there for you. This is also saying that with time, things are going to change materially, with people, your circumstances. So just know that with time, everything changes. Time heals all. So if you are feeling kind of stuck, just remember who you are. Also remember your goals, because I feel like that will give you a way to kind of look outside of all of the bad things that you feel like are happening. And for those of you who do have someone coming in, what are they going to look like? Maybe not physically, but what are they going to look like as far as their attitude, their aura when they come towards you? This new person. For those of you who have new people coming towards you, I'm seeing wealth and I'm seeing abundance, and I'm also seeing the Virgo energy again. So for some of you, I just got the notion to say there's a there's a bad Virgo who's leaving and a new one who's coming in who's better. But for other people, this is just saying this person is very stable. They're very fruitful. They lead by example. They show that with time, with effort, with work, anything is possible to be abundant. And I mean that with money. I mean that in their career, love, the expression of just being a better person. So this is really, really good. I love to see this. This is amazing. I also feel like they're probably healthy too, just because I'm seeing fruit. I don't know, maybe I'm hungry, but I do feel like they take care of themselves and it rubs off on you. So this is beautiful. Very nice, very nice. For some of you, this definitely could be a female coming in. It's probably like someone that you can look up to, maybe a mentor or something like that, but also it could just be, another person that is just good for you in your life. Whew, I am out of breath. I just burped, so I was just like, okay, let me recollect my thoughts. All right, so in the end of May, what I'm seeing is death in reverse. So remember when you were feeling all of that death energy, that transformation, that letting go, releasing energy in the middle of your May? Well, now that we move to the end, it's like, yes, those vibes have transpired, but now you're starting to see the sun rise back up again. So after a really long, cold night for you, there is a sun that's coming up, and it reminds you that with time, everything heals. With time, things change. With time, you start to have a new perspective on things. And obviously, with this type of energy, it means that you're kind of having a new shift in your perspective, but also it's a new energy is what I feel like. There's a whole new energy. So kind of like if there was a war, for example, you guys know I always have to give an analogy. If there was a war battle that lasted all night long, let's say that you're one of the last people on the field who actually end up surviving, but you still have to wait, to the next morning before you could get up. Maybe you're just hiding or something. That's the feeling you're gonna get when you see the sun come up slowly but surely and the birds are chirping again. It's that feeling of like, oh yeah, like life can still be okay even after all of this chaos. That's the feeling I'm getting for you. I do like to see this because I feel like it's a sense of relief, even though I don't feel like you were stressing over it. I just feel like it was something that, was pretty rocky. But what exactly is being transformed? Two of Cups in reverse. So that feeling of love lost is now leaving. I'm not saying that person is going to come back, the person you had a fallout with. For some people it could be, but for more of you, I think this is saying that old love is now gone, and now there's a feeling of, if it's not a new love per se, it's definitely a sense of I'm not as hurt or bothered by what is not there anymore because it doesn't belong to me. Give and take from universe type of energy. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer putting work into something that doesn't breed results or breed any form of stability. And because of this, you've found your confidence again. So that's a beautiful way to look in the end of your May. Now, what you're feeling, what's causing you to feel this way, hesitance that was happening, I can't even talk right now. There was a sense of like holding on or not yet doing something. The feeling of completion is also there, but it's like as far as making that next step afterwards, you were on the fence about it. So for a lot of you, this could just be saying that yes, you are now, apart from that toxic or just not good energy that you were a part of. But now it's a sense of waiting for your next step or feeling like there's still some more things I need to wait on before I make my next movement. What are you waiting on, Capricorn? And I think this is because you're using your intuition as well. Like maybe you just know it's not time quite yet. We have the Emperor, so maybe some of you are waiting on a certain person, like your significant other. You're like, you know what? Instead of looking this time for a person, I'm gonna let them come to me. I'm gonna attract them as the Empress. You're waiting on your Emperor, whether it's male or female. The energies, are interchangeable. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're also waiting for your resources to be in a state where you can share them or be resourceful with them in all different aspects of your life. So you're waiting on a little bit more stability. And the World card, you're also waiting on everything to just be at a balanced spot before you make your move. So if it's like you're focused on money, the people around you, the date, the weather, to like little things like that. But also this is saying you're also waiting on yourself to be to really acknowledge that that last chapter of your life has ended. You know what I mean? And so I think this is something that may take a little time for some of you, but for a lot of you, I think you're actually going to get through it pretty fast because we have the Knight of Wands. So there is like quick movement happening. I think this is something that just has to kind of round itself out in the end of May, and then moving towards June, you're definitely going to be seeing like or feeling like a new fire for yourself for sure. What I was seeing, what I wanted to point out to you throughout all of your May, there was this sense of feeling very calm energy. Also very intense, but it was very calm. So to me, that makes me feel like you're not feeling stirred up. You're not feeling shaken. It's just a matter of really just taking in everything that's happening outside of you. When it comes to the outside of you, I am seeing a lot more fiery energy. Seeing, cups for a lot of you. So a lot of emotional stuff too, but on the inside, you're very stable. So I do like to see that. Now, there could be a Libra in the mix that some of you have separated from, for those of you who are, who have connections with those Libras. But what I'm seeing here more so is that you are at a time where you're understanding what balance truly means. You're understanding how karmic justice really works as well for a lot of you. And so I think this is really beautiful. This is something that should be cherished. It'll be something that you won't forget very easily. This is like a good time for you, whether it feels fun or whether you wish, you were having more fun. Emotionally, the Death card wanted to come out again. Emotionally, I just feel like this is a renewal for yourself. And also, sometimes it feels good to release old connections or draining relationships a part of your life. I feel like some of these relationships that you were being pulled from, they literally were sucking the life out of you. And I feel like that there's a sense of you actually coming to terms with that and feeling relieved, you know what I'm saying, that you're actually able to move on from that. Now, what attitude should Capricorn have in regards to the end of May so that they are having the most blessings? And then the Tower card is the card of how you should be acting, how you should, show up in the end of your May. So you definitely just need to come to terms with the things that have happened, assess the end all be all of whatever the situation was. And with that being said, I just feel like there's a sense of you understanding it's over. It already happened. The hardest part is already over when it comes to that releasing. Now you just have to accept it and move on. But I don't think it's going to be something too difficult for a lot of you. Let's get some advice on just how to end out your May. Oh, Princess of Pentacles. So there are definitely some new things in the works that are coming towards you. Just keep working hard. Don't rush yourself, with the work. Take your time. Allow it to, to grow. Nurture it. What you want to grow is, it will grow if you pay attention to it, okay, Capricorn? So whatever you're giving your attention to, this is what will grow. So remember that at the end of your May. All right, y'all. This is the end of your May reading. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much for being here with me and allowing me to kind of dig into your energy and figure out, what's going on for you. I hope it gave you a lot of clarity. Again, this is for all Capricorn placements in your chart. If you would like to purchase a private reading with me, you can email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. As I stated previously in the video earlier, sign up for my Patreon if you would like to have monthly personal readings from me to you. And I'll basically just ask you on the first of the month, hey, it's time for your reading. What would you like it to be focused on? Love, career? Is there a certain situation that you want better understanding of, clarification? Or maybe you just have a few questions that you want to shoot me and I can just give you quick messages back. It depends on what you want. If you sign up for that, you definitely will have access to that every single month that you are signed up for my Patreon. And I do have 2 Instagram accounts that I'm trying to be a little bit more active on. So if you want to connect with me there, or if you have other things that you do and you want to connect with me there, maybe we can collab or something, I'm definitely down. All you have to do is add me on Instagram and, shoot me a DM or whatever. I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys watching my video. Just keep working hard and stay focused, stay calm. I like this calm energy that I'm getting for you, okay? And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, Capricorn.